Howdy everybody. In today's video, we are going to deal with a problem that plagues all of us pretty much constantly. I was going to say from time to time, but you see this all over the place. In every business I've worked in, we have this problem of missing data. Every department has to deal with it. Every person has to deal with it. It's a nuisance. It's a pain in the butt. It's a royal pain in the butt. But let me show you one specific example of how you can simplify your life by understanding how to find missing data and how to deal with this constructively. Okay, so a while back I was working at a startup that received a whole bunch of files. I would say thousands of files every day from many different sources. So a lot of files came to us through FTP folders. Sometimes they were actually emailed. That was a little frustrating. Sometimes they were saved down in network drives. Sometimes they were delivered by a few machine systems that would just run a process and then save the file down. So it would come to us in a variety of different ways, right? And I'm sure you've seen all kinds of different scenarios of how to receive files, right? There's so many different ways. So anyways, the files come to you. You have to get that into some kind of structure, some type of collective folder, or some type of hierarchical folder or something like that, where you can organize these things and start to make sense of it. It could be based on dates. It could be based on any kind of things, transactions, timestamps, anything like that. You just have to come up with a system that's makes it easy to organize and structure all the data that you deal with on a regular basis. Okay, so in this specific example then I'm going to go through, I'm going to show you what the challenges were and what the ultimate solution was. Basically, we have dates, symbols, prices, file names. Dates are very important because files came to us from different stock exchanges around the world, and all these stock exchanges had different holidays. Let me show you a website here that captures what I'm talking about pretty well. They show all the holidays for all the stock exchanges everywhere in the world. So you see, now this is up to date. This is as of date. Okay, so Monday, August 26th. Whoops, that's my desktop there. Not sure what happened there, but okay, so we had a little glitch. This is Monday, August 26th, and these are all the holidays. Today is Monday, August 26th. So you can see there's a holiday today for the stock exchange in Gibraltar and Jerusalem, Papua New Guinea, Philippines, Moldova, Kazakhstan, United Kingdom. Moldova's tomorrow. Kazakhstan is the 30th. Turkey has a holiday on Friday the 30th. Bermuda, September 2nd is a holiday for them. Vietnam, United States, that's Labor Day in the United States. Canada, September 2nd. So you can see as you go throughout the year, all these stock exchanges have different holidays. Some have quite a few. I've seen some. I think in Japan they have like 20-something holidays. In the United States we have about, I think 11 holidays throughout the year where the stock exchange is closed. Certainly Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, I think Memorial Day, 4th of July, maybe President's Day. I'm not sure if that's one, but we have a bunch, and all countries are all different, right? So you'll have different dates when you will not get data from the stock exchange because the exchange is closed, right? They're not going to produce any data if no stocks are traded that day and the exchange is closed. So that's fine. If we're missing data for a closed date, that's totally fine. Nothing was generated, nothing was saved down, nothing was delivered. That's exactly what we would expect. But the problem is if the exchange was open and we didn't receive data, we're missing data. So we have to contact somebody that works at the exchange and send them an email or give them a phone call or interact with the person somehow and say, hey, we didn't get the data. You guys are supposed to send the data. The stock exchange is open, but we didn't get a file today. That is the problem, okay? And because there's so many different dates and different formats of dates, sometimes countries will use month, day, year. Sometimes they use day, month, year. Sometimes the year comes first and the month of the day. Sometimes it's year, day, month. Sometimes they'll use just the day, the month, no year. It's assumed that it comes from the current year. Sometimes they use month, day, no year. It's assumed to come from the current year. And sometimes the year will have 4 numbers. Sometimes they will have 2 numbers. Sometimes the month will have 2 numbers. Sometimes they'll have a 0, a preceding 0. If there's no 0, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's all different types of date formats coming from these different exchanges, right? And all different holidays. And we have to figure out, is the data supposed to be delivered? And there's a problem with the delivery mechanism. It was not delivered. That's a problem if the exchange is closed, there's nothing to do. So we wouldn't expect to get the data for that date, but we don't know that if we don't know the holiday. So the first thing that we have to do is a quick screen scraping exercise to go ahead and grab all those holidays and all the dates from that website. So we have the event, okay? We have the date, the country, and the exchange. I think the event and the date, I'm looking at this now, it looks like it's switched around. Let me fix that. That's going to be date and event, right? I'm just naming the columns there. Events. Okay, let's not make it more complicated than it needs to be. Okay, we fixed that. Date and event, country, and exchange. Okay, so we screen scraped that from the website. So we have all our data. Now we're going to go ahead and get all the dates in the standard format. Like I said, we could have month, day, year. Day, month, year. Year could be 4 numbers. It could be 2 numbers. There's all different things coming to us. There was like 30 different formats that we had to deal with on my team. And this was taking the team, like we were dealing with this full time. There were some people doing this part time, and some people that was their full time job to deal with this, right? But if we use some business logic and a little brain power, we can come up with an automated solution here, whereby if there's some missing data, we can be notified of this almost immediately and reach out to the people that work at those exchanges. Hey, you're supposed to send some data. You didn't send it, so there's an issue. We have to backfill this data time series, right? And if it's a holiday, there's nothing to do, we're totally fine, okay? Just business as usual. So that's what we're trying to do. We're getting all the dates here with all the suffixes, the THs, the ST for first, it's ND for second, RD for third, and so on and so forth, right? And we have some symbols here: IBM, Apple, Microsoft, Starbucks. These are the stocks that are trading on these different international exchanges, right? With the different holidays, and we have the date formats down here. Okay, so we have month, day, month, year, month, day, year, and so on and so forth. So capturing different formats here, and we have different stock exchanges, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and create some hypothetical data. Now I don't have access to all the data that's confidential. That's all data that we would get from this startup I worked at years ago. I don't have access to all that, but I'm going to recreate the scenario so we can have some data to work with, right? If we have no data, we can't solve the problem. If we have the data, we can solve it pretty easily. So Control Enter to run the cell. And let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think 8 different exchanges here. And we have our dates and we have our stock symbols and the prices, okay? So here's the hypothetical data, pretty realistic, not the actual confidential data. I can't get access to that, and I wouldn't even want access to that. If that's your data, that's yours, that's not mine. But this is my data that I've created to illustrate the point here of how to solve this problem. So we have the different exchanges, okay? Here's the New York Stock Exchange. Here's the London Stock Exchange down here, Tokyo, right above NYSE. Okay, so that looks fine. So we are going to compare everything to what's in the master data frame. That's what we saw at the beginning. The master data frame has the holidays and all the international holiday dates, right? And then the country where that holiday occurs. So we are going to go ahead and format the time, so that's consistent. So all the dates are consistent, not the time, sorry. So all the dates are consistent, and we can go ahead and do matches between what's missing and what's not missing, right? So I am going to go ahead and run this, Control Enter to refresh the cell. And here we go. So we don't need a team of people to do this. We can do this. One single person can do the job in a couple of minutes here. And we have missing dates for Athens Stock Exchange. So we have one for March 19th, 2024. That's earliest here. No missing dates for Moscow. That's fine. So we're totally fine there. Missing dates for NASDAQ. Okay, so we have an issue in Armenia. No missing dates for Bulgaria. That's fine. Missing dates for KRK Korea. Okay, and those are the 2 dates, March 11th and March 12th. Okay, and missing dates for Tokyo. Well, missing dates for NYSE and missing dates for London Stock Exchange, March 22nd, 29th. So let's go down here and check this out real quick. I put this into Excel files and I highlighted the missing dates. Let me just look at one or two. So London, it says March 22nd and 29th. Let's go down to London, March 22nd, 29th. I took a couple screenshots here. There's London. No, there's Moscow, sorry. Okay, let me go up. Athens. Moscow. Where's London? I'm looking for London here. Sorry. I don't see it. You know, let's just look at Moscow. This changed a little bit. The last time I looked at this was a long time ago. Moscow. Okay, so Moscow, we're saying, oh, no missing dates for Moscow, so we're fine there. Which one? Athens had a missing date. Oh, yeah, here. So Tuesday, March 19th, 2024. Athens is missing. So we should have data for that. It's not a holiday, March 19th, 2024. Oh, there it is. That's the first one there. See it? And that's it. So all the highlighted missing dates you can see in yellow. Those are the ones missing. And then this is the list of our missing dates printed out here. So we're fine for Moscow. We would have to follow up with the person at the Athens Stock Exchange. We have a point of contact. We have to follow up with that guy. Bulgarian Stock Exchange. Oh no, Bulgaria is fine. Sorry. And Korea, there's two missing. Tokyo missing, and NYSE missing, and then there's two for London. So we'd have to reach out to our counterparts over there and see what's going on. So anyways, I'm going to save this code, upload it. When I load the video, you can find all of the date formatting, all of the trading, the stock trading symbols, and the stock prices and all that. Again, this is fabricated. I just made this up to illustrate the point of how to look for missing data in this type of scenario, and then how to print out the list if the data is actually missing. So we can condense everything into a short list here and focus on what's actually missing, and not go back and forth between that website that I showed you at the beginning, and then try to manually find out which files are missing, which are not missing. Is it holiday? Is it not a holiday, right? So this kind of streamlined automated solution is far superior to any kind of manual task where you're trying to comb through volumes of data consisting of thousands of files that sit probably in an FTP drive or some kind of network drive, right? If you create some kind of business logic, standardize all the dates, and then compare what's an actual holiday to what's missing in a file, you can reduce a very labor-intensive task to a very trivial task that can be done in a matter of minutes, right? So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to take you through that concept. Hopefully you guys learned a couple new strategies and tips and ideas. Always try to think outside the box. Always try to automate whatever you can, streamline your work, right? And make everything as easy as possible without oversimplifying things. You might miss things or make mistakes if you oversimplify, but you definitely want to make it as simple as possible. Okay, thanks for your time today, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.